What's our conclusion here, Suits? You got to wrap it up for me in my brain.
I can't. I want to pursue this. Rookie found the number and made the call to Christina Sanchez-Martin at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. He got no response, not even a voicemail, so he is emailing her. There is no conclusion to this until we can get an explanation from her by what it means to undo whiteness in her students' writing. I need to know what that means.
How old is she?
It doesn't say. I'm not sure.
Back.
I would imagine she's not very old.
Do you think she is the result of what started years ago, where it was there's no winner, there's no losers in this game. We're all winners, kid.
Sure.
So this is that coming to fruition, and now eventually colleges and high schools, elementary schools are just churning out complete idiots.
I'm afraid that might be the case. We must move on because we have a future generation of college students in St. Paul. Babies born in St. Paul are getting some money to start their college education fund. St. Paul's efforts to, this was yesterday's on the front page of the Pioneer Press, fascinating story. It just shows you what we're up against in this country, the closer you get to the country's tallest buildings. St. Paul's efforts to provide newborns with college savings accounts are being hampered by a century-old state law that keeps birth records private if the mother is unmarried. College-bound St. Paul enrolled only about 70% of the city's newborns in 2020, the program's inaugural year. They signed up nearly all newborns from legally married parents, but only about 20% of those born to single moms. State Representative Dave Pinto, DFL St. Paul, what did he say? He said that statute is antiquated. It makes it hard to reach families who could benefit the most. And I want to take you to this. You got to hear this. This is what we're up against. We want to make sure every child should take advantage of this program, he said. If some of these records are not public, it gets difficult to contact the family. In other words, they couldn't find these people to give them the $50. That's the seed money.
All right.
So Pinto has sponsored legislation to change that. Pinto sponsored legislation that would have added the program to the list of government agencies that get special access to confidential birth records. It passed with the Minnesota House with DFL support, but failed in the Senate. Munir Karcher-Ramos.
From Diversityville?
Yep, director of the city's Office of Financial Empowerment.
I would like to be empowered.
Said they'll try again next legislative session when he expects to be joined by other cities looking to start their own children's savings accounts. This isn't the role of the government, but it's becoming the role. Until then, they'll continue to rely on advertising and a long list of nonprofits, government agencies, and community ambassadors to recruit families into the program. Last year, most of the single moms who enrolled were referred by the state's Women, Infants, and Children Nutrition Program. Karcher-Ramos, that's Munir, said that if all births were public, the program could auto-enroll every newborn and focus its outreach on getting families to engage with the accounts with wraparound services. Just 8 families added their own funds to the low-interest savings accounts last year. 8 families. And only about 7% ever logged on to, I suppose, to the website.
Oh, my God.
So remember how I've always said we keep creating new job titles that can't be measured for success?
Yes. Right. How do you
this can be measured for success. It's failed miserably.
Right.
It doesn't work.
Failed.
Well, and not
doesn't
to
work.
mention, $50 in college doesn't even buy you a textbook.
Well, you haven't heard the best part.
Oh, boy.
There's more.
Just 8 families added their own funds to the low-interest savings accounts last year, and only about 7% ever logged on. Although the initial deposit is just $50, the city wants to use the program to steer families toward other services that support financial and physical health, such as vaccines, well baby checkups, and tax help.
Stop right there. They're signing, Such, they're signing you up to be, they want you to belly up to the government teat when you're still an infant. That's what they're doing
Well,
here.
You're exactly right.
I'm getting there. I'm going to get there.
Wow.
Just putting $50 in a bank and then come back in 18 years and see what happened isn't going to change the world for our kids or for our city, Mayor Melvin Carter said in an interview for a first-year evaluation by the University of Michigan. I think it's more about using the $50 as an excuse to build a relationship. They're buying votes is what you're doing, Melvin.
Yes,
Who are you kidding?
A relationship. BS.
Here's the best part. The program cost just under $500,000
That's nothing, Joe. Dropping the bucket.
for administration and outreach in year one.
Okay.
Another $364,000 went to seed and bonus deposits for 3,089 infants. So it cost $500,000 to administer a program
Boom.
that distributed $364,000.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing we can't do math anymore.
The
Otherwise,
math doesn't mean anything.
Wait a minute. Check this on out.
lay it down.
They spent $500,000 to administer a plan. That's salaries for Melvin's buddies and computers
Sure.
and pretend that they are having meetings. They spent $500,000 to distribute $364,000. How can that? We can't win, citizens of America.
Wow.
We can't live and win if the salon is this stupid.
That is fantastic.
No, it's not. It's
Yes,
a tragedy.
It is.
It's a tragedy.
But
Unbelievable.
curb and gutter, shot spotter, and everything else that you guys can't get in that town.
We can't get fireworks either.
Fireworks.
Where do you go?
Kenny nailed it, though, Joe. Kenny absolutely nailed it. It's, what's the word we like to use? Indoctrinating?
Yeah.
Indoctrination.
Indoctrination.
That's exactly what's going on here.
I didn't nail it. He actually says it. He says what we're setting up a relationship.
I'll do it for you again. Just putting $50 in a bank and then come back in 18 years and see what happened isn't going to change the world for our kids or for our city. Mayor Melvin Carter said in an interview for a first-year evaluation by the University of Michigan. Let me pause. I don't know what compels the University of Michigan to come in here and study it. They're going to find miserable failure. You don't need the University of Michigan. I'll tell you right now, this doesn't work.
But the quote you're
Okay,
about
here
to
it is.
read,
Yep.
admission of guilt is what this is.
I think it's more about using the $50 as an excuse to build a relationship.
Yes. Buy votes. That's to build the relationship.
It's more than buying votes, Matthew. It's having you rely on the government for your very existence.
That's right. This is the salon believing you should be dependent on them.
We know what's best for
100%.
you.
It's a tragedy. It's an affront to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's this mayor, unqualified as he is, literally admitting, look, I don't think the $50 is going to do anything to get a kid to college, but it's opened the door for me and we got a relationship.
It looks good.
Well, send me $50, Melvin. We'll have a relationship.
$500,000 to hand out $364K.
That's right. Wow. Administration costs.
To people that are already working
What
for the
is the
government.
administration getting paid? Munir Karcher-Ramos, director of the city's Office of Financial Empowerment. What the hell are they paying him? That's got to be $1.50.
Oh, easily. Well, we went through the list of, remember the cabinet member list when we went through the salaries of all those people? Because what is he up to? About 18 now, Joe? Cabinet
Good gig
members?
if you can get it.
Wowzers.
We're missing one thing here, though, guys. We're missing one thing. They're trying to change the law to get rid of a woman's privacy. That's
Well,
what we're missing here.
well,
They're
yeah.
changing a law that was meant to protect women and their privacy, and they want to get these names, and they are going to change the law in order to do it.
Well, not only that, they want to change the law so they can give out more money.
Right.
And get everybody hooked on the government
Right.
teat. Oh my God. Not only is it stupid, it's evil.
This is incredible. This is what I call incredible.
Well, and again, $50?
Well,
All for $50?
but Melvin admitted that isn't the point of this. The point of this is
What-
blatant thievery of votes.
But we're building relationships, Joe. You just don't get it.
Rook, I don't want you to give up on this woman, Sanchez Martin. I want you to email her.
Okay, I
Please.
will. I will.
Well, do it right now while I watch you. So,
I just remembered what indoctrination is.
Oh, what's that, Mr. President?
You're standing in a landmass full of physicians.
Hold on. It's going to take him a second.
Indoctrination.
you want the chart from?
Indoctrination.
Do you want the chart from the Center for the American Experiment on exactly what's happened to Minneapolis and its policing?
Yes.
Very brief.
I saw this.
very brief.
I have not
Yes.
seen this yet.
Minneapolis Council moves to defund police and establish a holistic public safety force. Okay. That led to Minneapolis violence surges as police officers leave department in droves. That led to Minneapolis City Council alarmed by surge in crime months after voting to defund the police, which led to, with violent crime on the rise in Minneapolis, City Council asked, where are the police? Which led to some Minneapolis City Council members would like a redo on defunding the police, which has led to Minneapolis to spend $6.4 million to recruit more police officers. And you think you are being well led?
I don't.
It's indefensible.
Right.
The best was, I believe, the caption to that piece that Joe just read was, "This will never not be funny to me."
There